This is the third part of emergency procedure topic. There will be 13 subchapter in this topic that cover from grounding, safety measure, rescuing and others. But for now, we will only focus on towing. The tug master is responsible for the entire operation, but the boatswain and the leading seaman are responsible for preparing, making up and rigging the tow. We should at least know how to make up a tow, the different types of tow, and how to assemble and rig for the different types of tows. Today we will see about 3 types of tow. There are single tow and single unit tow, single tug and multiple unit tow, and multiple tugs with a single unit tow. Let's see some equipment first. Plate shackle is used to connect and lock a rigging system for towing. Small plate shackle are suitable in short distance and calm water. However, screw pin small shackle is not suitable at high sea that need a larger plate shackle. Caving gear is also used to prevent wear. It is additional protective material that is placed over and around a line or wire rope to protect it from damage through rubbing the edge of a tug. Lines and moorings are must on a tug. Doubling up a tow line. Doubling the line give added strength, and to rig a stern tow line, the towing hawser should be faked out in the fan tail of the tug. This will ensure that the hawser will pay out without becoming foul. The eye of the hawser is let back over the top of H beads, over the shoulder of the horn, and back through the legs of the beads. Then the hawser is paid out. For a single tug to tow a single unit, sometimes it is stern tow or alongside tow. The site chosen depends on how much the towing ship must maneuver with the tow. The single stern tow will commonly use leg and bridle to tow and is usually used for long distance towing in open waters, while the alongside or hip tow is used where maneuverability are required and make clear of its stern to increase the effect of a screw and rudder. Alongside tow is the method that most often used in congested water. Towing alongside offers excellent control and is not recommended for the open ocean towing. When underway, the tug and tow should be in step, that is meeting and riding over the crest of wave at the same time. Otherwise, the tow line is alternately slack and taut, causing heavier than normal stresses. We can easily adjust the scope of length of the hawser on a towing machine. However, if we do not have the machine, it is almost impossible to make an adjustment. If we have the tow's anchor chain shackle to the hawser, then we can let out or heave in the chain and hawser with the windlass. For a single tug with multiple units of tow, their connection and makeup of the tows can be varying. In alongside towing, a number of 2 barge could be safe for multiple tow. Besides maneuverability, the stern should make clear for screw and rudder efficiency. However, for the stern tow, there are 3 versions of rigging. Christmas tree rig for long distance in open ocean towing. The Christmas tree rig requires a review of water depths and bottom's condition prior to its use. The catenary of the tow line from tug to first tow and subsequent connecting wire must be deep enough to ensure that the undesired passes safely below the bow and the leading tows. It is important to have adequate water depth to prevent grounding the tow line. With the existence of harbor tugs, it is feasible to break out one of the tows without disrupting the remainder. Honolulu rig. It is for short distance towing. The Honolulu rig was developed for inter-island towing, where individual units of multiple tows were delivered or picked up from different ports. The first tow stream is connected to the main tow wire and stream farthest aft. Additional tows are connected with auxiliary tow wire to quarter beats or auxiliary drums. The Honolulu rigs allow independent connection of the 2 tows. Disconnecting and control are readily workable, and it is relatively uncomplicated to get both tows in step with the tug. Tandem rig is another alternative. It connects the tug to the first tow is connected to the second, and so on, as additional tows are added. The intermediate tow line connecting the first tow to the second must allow a proper catenary depth so that surging action is minimized between tug and first tow and between first and second tows. In this type of rig, it is difficult to keep all elements in step. This is the least desirable of single tug or multiple tow arrangement. A nested rig is used in congested water where control is required. A nested rig tow employs multiple tows secured alongside each other so that they may be towed as a single unit. This rig to be used in congested and protected waters. For multiple tugs to tow a single unit tow, it means greater power are needed. This type of tow is generally used in towing large ships, deep draft, large displacement dry docks, or deep draft barges. When a multiple tug single unit tow is to be made up, the senior tug master is in charge and is responsible for the tow and its makeup.